Hi and welcome back to Tales Against Humanity, r/IDontWorkHereLady. In today's episode. But I want this. I carried a thing. That means I work at this sporting goods store. Just found an umbrella and was mistaken for an employee twice. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. But I want this. It happened to me today. Went to Schmacy's today to pick up a cookware set we plan on donating as part of my car club's Adopt a Family holiday giving. Most of what the family requested we were able to purchase online and avoided most stores, which I was extremely pleased about. The mom of our adopted family's #1 request was a new set of cookware. I spent the past week researching and checking Black Friday deals and found a great deal. Only problem is that it isn't in store only purchase available until 5 p.m. I figure I would go in the afternoon, shouldn't be too bad. And it almost wasn't. Store had calmed down and employees seemed to be in good spirits. I asked an employee if any of the cookware sets were left, and he said they had a few and pointed them out to me. He also told me to come right back to his cash wrap after I grabbed one because he just emptied one of those little carts they have. The box the cookware is packaged in is kind of a big awkward box, and I can use the cart to get the box to my car. I grab the box and head to the cash wrap, and yes, the box is big and I can barely wrap my arms around it. I take a few steps, this lady walks up and starts to pull the box out of my arms. I ask her what she's doing and she says she wants the cookware set. I tell her there are more over there, jerking my head in that general direction. She tells me she will just take this one. I say no, this is mine, go get your own. She says but I want it. I tell her to go get one. She tells me I am being rude and she will tell my boss. I tell her she is going to tell my boss I was shopping on Black Friday, kinda should be expected. I pivot a little, get around her to get to the cash wrap where the gentleman asked me if I found it okay and pushes the cart up to me. The lady says, "Wait. I saw you two talking earlier, you work here." I tell her I do not work here, and I was just asking someone who works here for help. You know. Normal interaction when shopping. She just stares as I pay and thank the gentleman who helped me. She never said anything else. I think she might still be there. I carried a thing. That means I work at this sporting goods store. So, to set some context, I relocated during the pandemic, so the places I usually went for things are no longer an option. I try to avoid big box retail for a variety of reasons. First, they don't train their people, so the guy who comes here for a living doesn't know where anything is. Second, they can't keep their people, so I don't know anybody and nobody knows me. This makes the service **CK. These problems have only been made worse by the aforementioned pandemic. At smaller places, your shopping experience is better, and the money stays local. All that said, onto my story. I like to pick up heavy things and put them down again. This occasionally needs supplies. I occasionally do things outside, like farmers carry or stone carry, things like that. This means I have to drag a bunch of weight plates up the stairs from my basement, through the house, out to wherever I'm going to do what I'm doing, and then put them back again. The wife lost her patience with this, and told my cheap self to go buy a set of plates to keep in the garage for this purpose. I haven't been able to find any place near me that supplies them locally, so I'm forced to go to big box sporting goods, or online river retail. Since it's a nice day, and I don't want to wait for online river retail, off I go to big box sporting goods. I decide on a set of grip plates, pick them up, and head to the register. I ask the young lady if I can leave them there while I go get another pair. The cashier, who probably weighs about as much as the 2 plates I was carrying, asks me to put them on the unused counter to one side of her, so she can keep ringing up other customers and come back to her when I was ready. I get back to the heavy things section, grab 2 more plates, and head back for the register. I get there and realize that I should probably restock on tape, chalk, and other things for the outside section, so I don't have to run back and forth. Because if I get gym chalk all over the living room carrying that outside, I will certainly encounter La Chancla. I beg the cashier's indulgence for just a little longer, leaving 4 plates on an empty register, and head back. As I pass the golf shirts, a wild Karen appears. She steps out from between 2 racks directly in front of me, raises both of her hands to snap in my face, and goes directly to the screaming. Now, as you've probably guessed, I'm a good-sized guy. I'm not so huge that you wonder if I can wipe my own bottom, but I'm definitely burly. I managed to stop without bowling this woman over, which may have been the most remarkable part of this interaction. K, excuse me. Me, what the hell? K, I need help. Now. Me, I don't work here. Customer service is over there. K, don't give me that horse. I saw you grabbing things for that girl at the counter. I need to know which of these tennis rackets is the best, and you're going to help me. Me, I don't work here, and all I know about tennis comes from an Anna Kournikova calendar I bought. Customer service is over there. K, I've already told you to stop lying to me once, and if you do it again, I'm going to get you fired. Meet me over by the tennis rackets in 30 seconds if you want to keep your job. Me, yo no trabajo aquis. K, what the hell does that mean? Me, it's I don't work here in Spanish. I figured there must be a language barrier, since I've now told you 4 times and you just don't seem to get it. K, I'm getting your manager. I finished grabbing what I needed from the heavy things section: chalk, tape, a couple of straps that were on sale, and a squat bar pad because mine was getting worn, and head for the register. Of course, the one next to where I had left the weights wasn't available, so I had to wait. This gave Karen time to catch up. From my description earlier, you can probably guess that I don't exactly blend in. I'm over 6 feet tall, well north of 300 pounds, and have a bushy reddish-brown beard with gray streaks in it. I'm wearing a black t-shirt with a picture of a Highland athlete on it that says it's not the length of his cobber that makes him great, it's the weight of his stones on the back. There is nothing about me that says big box sporting goods employee. She catches up, dragging the manager, shouting that's him. He maliciously refused to help me. Manager, ma'am, he doesn't work here. K, don't give me that. I saw him helping that dumb behind the register. Why would he do that if he didn't work here? She had a name tag, I'll call her Alice. Me, I wasn't helping Alice, I was asking her if I could leave these here while I got the rest of my stuff. K, then how do you know her name? Me, she's wearing a name tag, and you owe her an apology. K, I don't owe her a thing. If she wanted to be respected, she wouldn't work here. She should be apologizing to me for making me put up with this. I want both of them fired right now, or I'm calling the police. I'll have every one of you arrested for assault. You can't prove you didn't assault me. Manager, ma'am, you're standing under a camera. I can prove you weren't assaulted, but please feel free to call the police. It will be a lot easier to fill out the trespass forms if you're still here. And you'll have plenty of time to read them when you're in jail for filing a false police report. K, you. All of you. I'm never coming back here again. Manager, I'll hold you to that this time. He turns to me and apologizes, gave me a coupon I didn't know about for the weights, and I went on my way. Not as dramatic as some, but still fun. Just found an umbrella and was mistaken for an employee twice. This is my first post on Reddit and English is not my first language. This happened today. I was grabbing a coffee with a friend and this coffee shop is in the same rooms as a bookstore. After warming up, I went to the toilet. It's a free for customers but not the rest, and someone forgot an umbrella there. Being nice, I took it out of there and figured out I just asked the man at the information point where I should leave it cause maybe the owner will show up. The employee was in the middle of helping a woman and her child, so I just stood there and waited when a woman approached me and asked me where do I find comics. The city I live in has a shop called Comics, so I just looked at her and was like I'm sorry, what, thinking she was in the wrong store. Lucky Luke Comics. Where do I find them? Me, I don't know. I don't work here. Oh, I just thought because you wear blue. This store doesn't have a uniform, but the employees of the bookstore wear a name tag, and those of the coffee shop have dark clothes and brown aprons, so I was confused. Then I asked the coffee guy, he told me I should bring the umbrella to the register. While I waited there I didn't stood in line, and another lady approached me with a question. Before she could finish, I was saying sorry, I don't work here, lady, and she just huffed and was cutting the line to ask the poor cashier in a not so nice tone. Then the cashier looked at me and was looking at me like I was the next Karen, but I just told her about the umbrella and left. I told my friend and dragged him out of there because I had the feeling that the next person was also mistaking me for an employee. So nothing bad happened, I was just really irritated.